Hi, my name is Mubashir and welcome to the Road to the Launch AMA of A51 Finance. In this AMA and protocol update, we'll be talking about a number of things, starting from the general narrative of ALP and how is it different from ALM. We will also be talking about the liquidity controls and user experience that we'll be providing to the liquidity providers of Uniswap, the retail LPs that are generally looking to invest their money and have some control over the market movements. We will also be talking about the recap of quarter four of 2023, what we have been building in the silence, and what we will be rolling out more in the late December. We will also be talking about the much awaited A51 token, the tokenomics around it, the upcoming proposals, and the incentives related to the token and liquidity mining. Then we will also be going through the design overview of the dApp that we have been building up to this stage, and we will see how is it pretty different from the other concentrated liquidity management tools and how it caters to the number of different users. Then we also have some updates regarding the testnet competitions that we will be soon launching in the late December for the people to start testing the product and get the feel around it and provide us feedback around it. Then, last but not least, we will be talking about the upcoming development efforts. So, without a further ado, let's dive deep into it. So, let's talk about the narrative of ALP and specifically how is it different from an ALM. So, in a general, like the simplest definition is that an ALP is a remote control that simplifies and automates the liquidity provision experience. So, how is it any different from an ALM? In ALM, you have to provide liquidity into the pre-built strategies, which are built for all of the users coming to that pair. Now, the problem with that is that the general LP doesn't have enough control and customizations in their hands, and it doesn't cater to the preferences of market movements. So an LP is bound to either wait for the strategies to kick in, or they have to pull their investment out before the impermanent loss goes worse for their capital. So what is different with ALP is that it is literally a remote control for a retail LP in their hands. So at one point it is at one hand it is providing the automation of moving the liquidity along to the market modes, which are defined by the user, as well as a user can create their custom strategies and customize their liquidity movements around it. So what does that mean? It means that a strategy creator or an LP can define the market movements, and they can choose like four types of movements in their liquidity strategies. So as you can see, to summarize, is that you can either tell the protocol to make a static strategy for the liquidity such that it will not, the position remains fixed and does not trail the changing prices of the underlying assets. So if you are providing liquidity in a pair which is either stable or it is tightly pegged to each other, for example, like a pair which is ETH and WBTC, which moves in tandem with each other, so the static mode would be the best way to go with it. Now, even if you have selected the static mode, you can still, through ALP, you can choose at what point you would like to withdraw your liquidity automatically. Now, if you would like to provide liquidity into the volatile and stable assets, or for example, the assets which are moving in tandem with each other, you will likely choose the sideways mode. So, for example, if you are providing liquidity in ETH USDC, you would like to tell the protocol in what direction you would like to move. So, consider that in a pair like ETH USDC, the movement will be one-sided with respect to the Ether. So, for example, like right now, the market is going up. You would like to gain the momentum and let your liquidity earn fees so that your liquidity shall move in the direction in which ETH is going. So you can choose the bull mode such that whenever the price goes out of range, the liquidity goes out of range, your liquidity will be moved at a certain deviation price. It also means that the automation will not randomly kick in as soon as the liquidity goes out of range. You can define a cooldown period in the sense of price deviation. So, for example, if you have the appetite of moving the liquidity after the 20% deviation in the price, you can tell the protocol exactly that, and it will automate that decision for you. And then apart from the basic strategy modes, we also have some pro modes in our arsenal. So, for example, we have the rebasing mechanism, exit strategy, and liquidity distribution. So, what does that mean? So, ALP Pro modes offer advanced features for liquidity providers who want to have greater control customizations. These modes provide sophisticated strategies and risk management tools, empowering experienced users to fine tune their liquidity provision. So, now if you are an experienced user who would like to have a much more control and variables in your hands, you can choose the pro modes while creating the strategy. And if you are someone who want to build strategies for the people, you can also build a custom liquidity sequence and make it public and even earn from them. So you will be earning from the profits that those LPs will be getting by investing in your strategy. So the protocol is for two types of users. One is strategy creator, the other one is an LP. So a strategy creator can create their own mini markets by combining essential strategy modes with this. So in these pro modes, the three concepts are the liquidity phases. So you provide liquidity, that's the first phase. Then the second is rebasing mechanism, the third one is exit strategy, and the fourth one is liquidity distribution. Rebasing mechanisms basically tells the shape in which the form in which the liquidity should be rebalanced according to the markets, according to some price with respect to some time, let's say. Exit strategy basically means that what should happen after the liquidity provider would like to pull their assets from the AMM. So there are countless choices. Either they would like to convert the assets into the other form. Either they want to pull their liquidity at a certain price automatically, or just maybe they would like to provide the assets into some sort of protocols like LSD protocols to earn further yield. So, and the third one is liquidity distribution. The concept is to provide a much more greater control for the LPs to shape their liquidity in some sort of shapes. For example, on AMMs, like for example, you would like to create some orders on top of the chain, on top of the liquidity market making platform. And what this platform will do is that it will create partial orders of your capital, such that you will be earning profits with a greater efficiency. Alright, now that we are done with the narrative and the concepts of ALP, let's go through the recap of the quarter 4. We have been working a lot on different ideas from all sorts of fronts, specifically from the development, from the rebranding aspect, as well as some partnerships which are pretty cool. We have also onboarded Attis, who is pretty proficient in creating the strategies and testing the numbers and testing the quality of the strategies. Artis is a renowned professor, and he has been working in the space of liquidity provision and analysis of concentrated liquidity strategies. Then let's also talk about the hookup event of Uniswap V4 and protocol design. So the ALP, as I've already defined in the concepts of what is ALP, ALP is supposed to bring another layer between the management and the concentrated DEXs. So it will work as a tooling layer through which a strategy creator, a retail LP, or even institutions can control their assets on the DEXs with a much more unique indigenous way. It is supposed to make the user experience of the liquidity providers and strategy creators much more convenient and as much more control. So that is like the whole concept and narrative. It's supposed to be building a remote control for the liquidity providers and strategy builders. It's supposed to bring more customizations and in-depth knowledge for the people who have been using the platforms, but they are not getting enough of it, or they have been booking losses due to the inherent nature of IL. As we know that liquidity layer has been by value, it has been a big chunk of the market of DeFi, and a lot of the protocols run on top of the liquidity layer. So to make it much more feasible is to it's the most important aspect to run efficient DeFi systems. So that is the general motivation behind this automated liquidity platform. Then in quarter four, we rebranded from Unipilot to A51. The need for it was to look forward towards a bigger ambition, look forward to break free from the narrative of a concentrated liquidity manager and build a layer that is much more wider and customizable for the people. So we wanted to go with a fresh perspective, we wanted to go with a fresh narrative. So that is one of the main reason we rebranded, and the rebrand has been successful both from the community response and from the narrative building aspect. We'll be doing a lot of stuff from the branding side, and you guys are surely going to love it. Then the big thing that we have done in the quarter four is that, as you guys might know, that we'll be launching the protocol on Polygon and natively on Quickstop DEX. And we have had from the previous experience with Unipilot with V2, we had a strong partnership with Quickstop. We integrated with Quickstop on their own DApp natively. So it is a pretty cool opportunity to partner with them to launch natively on their DEX. And then with respect to the token launch, we have partnered with Ape Bonds, who have recently launched their bond service on top of Quickstop. And what they do is that they strengthen the liquidity market making of the newly launched tokens on the DEXs. So the people will be getting a lot more stability when they will be buying the token and holding it, or just utilizing it into the protocol tokenomics. We onboarded a strategy researcher who has started working with us on the liquidity sequences and providing educational content for the users who will be able to judge and who will be able to decide what are the best ways to utilize this tool. We had an interesting event in Turkey, Istanbul, around the Uniswap V4 hook. So we have been pretty much on front on that aspect as well, and we have been waiting for the Uniswap V4 to launch. So we hosted an event in which all of the enthusiasts around the Uniswap V4 gathered, and we discussed a lot of innovative ideas. Then regarding the protocol design and development, we have been working hard on from the perspective of from the aspect of content development as well as from the application development. Later in this AMA, we'll be going through the designs as well.
Hey everyone, my name is Kashan Siddiqui and I'm one of the co-founders from A51 Finance. On the start of Q4, we proposed the brand transformation and transformation of product from Unipilot to A51 Finance. In the initial plan, we proposed to launch the A51 mainnet launch in Q4 while introducing the pro modes in Q1 of 2024. But since then we have done few changes in our roadmap, which I would like to discuss the reason behind those changes. We'll be doing the testnet competition and simulation in Q4, but we have moved the mainnet launch of our ALP in Q1 of 2024 while leaving the decision of launching the token in the hands of community. There are two major reasons that I would like to discuss for moving the mainnet launch of our ALP from Q4 to Q1 of 2024. One of the major reasons is the architecture design. We designed the architecture initially and we were on track to launch on Q4, but upon testing we found out that there are some issues regarding the flexibility and the quality of the architecture, which could result in relaunching another version in the near future after 3 to 4 months. So we wanted to build an architecture that is flexible enough to support future features, updates as well for the community to have a taste of those automation. Another reason for moving the ALP from Q4 to the Q1 is the security. Now, as you can see that we will be doing the testnet competition, the testnet launch and the simulation in Q4 December. But along with that, we will be going for the audits and we'll be waiting for the completion of this testnet competition for over a month, which will ensure the security and all the bugs that would come in the testnet, so that we will be confident enough to have a more stable and a bug-free application, or an application that is secure enough for people to use and provide liquidity using the ALP tool. Let's talk about A51 token. Now, initially when we proposed the proposal from transforming from Unipilot to A51. There are a few things that we mentioned regarding the A51 token, which to date remains same. One of the thing was that the A51 token distribution and the token supply would be same as of pilot token. Also, the pilot token holders will be able to claim A51 token from a claim app by burning their pilot token in a one-on-one ratio and claiming A51 token. For few of the other things like chains, dexes, initial price, top expiry and launch date, we had some internal discussion and some of the things were proposed by our community as well. Initially when we launched Unipilot, we were on Ethereum, but although Ethereum provide good security and the volume, TVL, everything, but I guess one of the major thing right now in the concern for our community was the gas cost, and considering that we decided to explore some other option apart from Ethereum. Given that I think with the volume and the TVL, Polygon made more sense to us, and considering the partnerships that we already have on the Polygon ecosystem. Since we decided Polygon for our protocol and the token, then the major TVL on the Polygon in a concentrated DEX is on Quickswap, which is already partnered up with us, and we have already integrated Quickswap, which is more than even Uniswap on Polygon. So our primary chain would be Polygon and the primary DEX will be Quickswap. Although the price mentioned here is 0.65, which is of today's price, but the price would vary and it would depend on the price of pilot token on the day of the launch of A51 token. It will be same as of pilot token. Two other things, launch date and the drop expiry will be decided by the community. For the launch date, the proposal have already been sent on the snapshot, while for the drop expiry we will be sending proposal on snapshot as well for the community to decide, and I will be discussing both of these things in the later slides as well. So let's move on to discuss about launch date and the drop expiry. So we all know that we are at the end of Q4. So few of the points that we had to keep in mind while deciding the launch date while proposing for the launch date of the token. The current market is bullish. Definitely it's the right time. All the alts are getting pumped, and the dynamics of the market, the sentiment of the market is good right now. But we already know that the Christmas is around the corner, and we have seen in the past that on Christmas the activity on market gets a little halted or still, and it gets up in the January. So we were a little confused about launching in late December or mid January, depending upon where the market would launch. But I guess it's in the hand of community to decide what they think would be the best time to launch the token. The other proposal that we will be proposing and I would like to discuss is the drop expiry. Now, we think and we all know that there will be some of the token holders who will become the passive token holders, or we can say sleeping holders as well. They won't be claiming the token, but the token would be there for them to claim. We were thinking of proposing a drop expiry. The time and everything will be decided by the community, so that we can use those funds that are deposited in the claim app and no one is coming to claim them. We can use those funds as an incentive program for our strategy maker, ILP providers, or some other users that we have on our application like stakers, etc. But on the other hand, it would be not right for us to decide this. I mean, those people have invested in our token in past and they believed in us. So I guess it would not be fair for us to take this decision on their behalf. So that's why we decided to propose this to community and let the community decide what they think about the drop expiry. So these are the two major upcoming proposals that we will be publishing. So we are confident with the new tokenomics for the A51 token, but liquidity have always been a topic of discussion for the community, and we believe that we still require some incentive program for our miners and stakers and for farmers. So for that we have created separate program for our stakers, miners and farmers. To give you an overview of liquidity mining and farming program, it will run for 60 months where we have allocated 800,000 A51 tokens which will be distributed to LPs and farmers averaging 13,500 tokens monthly. And similarly for stakers, we have allocated 53,900 tokens for a period of 12 months which I will be explaining later in this video. Now, to give you a little more detail about the program, the miners program and the farmer program and the staking program. So we will have five whitelisted pools for farming. The weightage is yet to be decided. I mean, it's not finalized yet, but we are working on it. But we believe that it will be close to what you can see right now. The weightage for A51 and ETH pair would obviously be greater than all those 5 whitelisted pools, which with the current weightage, the mining program will have 4,000 token monthly, while you can see for the other whitelisted pools, the price range changes vary from pool to pool. Now, similarly for staking, there will be 53,925 token allocated for over a period of 12 months, which will be distributed to A51 stakers. Apart from that, we are also partnered up with the A bond, which launched on QuickSwap today, and we will be launching our bonds on A bond as well, which will help the strengthening the liquidity of A51 token as well.
Hello, I'm Salman. I'm heading the design at A51 Finance. So today I'm gonna show you all the designs that we are preparing for the next version of A51 Finance that will be live soon. So let's start from the homepage of A51 Finance. So the tab will look something like this, where we will have a list of all the strategies to select from, and we have some most important metrics such as the TVL and profit and loss for each strategy, and fees earned since inception, and also metrics like what is the management fees for each strategy, which we will cover later in this design as well. So that's how it looks like. We have list of strategies that are available from different chains as well as DEXs as well. So if someone comes into A51 Finance to create a strategy, so we click over here. So now we have this new design that allows us to see our whole progress throughout the liquidity provisioning, and as well as the advanced features that we are putting out live for the users. So the liquidity provisioning is pretty much similar to how it looked like in the earlier versions of Unipilot. So we start from selecting some token pairs. So let's say if I select ETH and Pilot token, so and I select a fee tier, we have this pool that is available. So if I select this, I can actually choose from the different modes that we are launching, which is a pretty cool feature in the A51 Finance app. So we have different modes: bull, bear, static, dynamic, which Mubashir has covered early on as well. And for all these modes, we have put up details on the website as well. So we have a list of modes that we can select from that will be actually affecting our strategy directly. So let's say if we select static and we move ahead, we have a pretty similar UI as compared to the previous versions, but now we have some more better controls for each price range that we select. We have some pretty cool quick actions that we can choose from, the price change that we would like to see on each of the site, and also we have some features like setting price deviations for the liquidity positions, and we can select this for not only for single token but for both tokens as well, and we can define them into percentage changes, and this will also show us the price that we are actually putting into the liquidity. So we have rebase frequency as well, which we can select here. If we put 0, then it will be indefinitely be rebasing the position. Otherwise we can define the frequency over here as well, and we have these options to either compound or not compound the position as well. So let's hit the next button. Also we have some pretty good charts over the left side as well that will show us the liquidity positions the spread over the price. So that's how it looks like. So now we have these options that allows us to publish our liquidity strategy over the strategies page on A51 Finance. That's why you see that we have this feature of making the strategy public or private. So if we select public strategy, then this strategy will go into the list of all the strategies that are available for liquidity providers to provide liquidity on the A51 Finance tab. Otherwise, if you want to keep a private strategy that you would like to allow only few wallets to pool into, then you can also select from the private strategy tab as well. Then you have also customizable fees controls, like if you want to set up fees from like 0 to 20% for the management of this strategy, you can select here as well. Also, if you want to connect your Twitter so that people can reach out to you for the strategy, or either you can create a community over that as well, so people can actually see your Twitter if you connect it. So this is an optional step, of course. So that's how it looks like. So let's create a strategy. So before finally creating the strategy, we have ability to actually review all the details that we put into early on. So once we do that, we can confirm the strategy. Okay, so this is how the strategy page looks like. This is the same page that the users will be able to see for each of the strategies that is listed on A51 Finance. So all the details, all the relevant details are available. We will be adding some advanced insights as well through which you can actually decide that which strategy works well for you. And not only this, you can also deposit or remove your liquidity from the same screen as well. So as a liquidity manager, as a strategy manager, you would like to tweak some controls afterwards. You have you have created a new strategy, so we have those controls as well. So let's say if you are the manager of this strategy and you want to change anything, like you want to change the management fees, or if you want to change some of the descriptions or anything else, let's see how it works. So this is the page for managing the strategies. The journal tab shows you it's stuff like strategy name, description. If you want to make the strategy type public or private, you can do it from here. You can also choose from the different modes, like you can, if at any point of time you want to change the strategy mode, you can do that, and it will be reflected on the main strategy and will affect all the pooled in users as well. We have fees controls as well that allows you to change fees at any point of time. Also, you can define the address that you would like to claim fees on, which you can do over here. And if you want to readjust the ranges, you can do it from here. You can update price deviation, put in the rebase frequency as well. Everything is over here. And for the access control, we let you change manager address as well. If you want to select a new wallet to manage this strategy, you can do that and update it from here. And for private strategies, we have this feature that lets you enable whitelisting in your strategy, so that only a few wallets will be able to become a member of the pool or the strategy. You can also archive the strategy so that new users are not able to see on the A51 Finance's strategy list, and this will of course be on the chain, but it will not be available for the new visitors. So that's how it looks like. You can archive the strategy over here. And yeah, so this is the page for a single strategy, and I've shown you the manage strategy and the create strategy flow as well. So thank you.
So let's talk about the testnet competition criteria and the distribution of tasks in terms of quests. So we have decided to distribute the quiz into two sections, The one form of quiz will be related to the strategy creation on the testnet application of A51 Finance, and the other quiz will be related to liquidity provisions. So there will be rewards tied with both the quiz, and people who will be completing the quiz will be given A51 Finance upon its launch. So, in a brief overview, as you can see that the strategy creators will be required to create custom concentrated strategies, complete curated scenarios, and earn rewards. Advertise your strategy sequence through your Twitter and social handle, and invite LP testers to deposit in your strategy. The more LPs will be in your strategy, the better, and the more reward you will be susceptible to win. So for the liquidity provision quest, so the users will be required to deposit test liquidity, perform swaps and earn fees, test the automation by hitting the asset price with deviation. So you will be given simulated environments in which upon completing these small tasks will make you eligible to earn the rewards. So some of the quests will be made on the platforms like quests Link3, as well as different platforms who give instant rewards for your actions. And some of the rewards like will be in terms of A51 token, which you will be getting once the token will be launched, and they will be sent to those testers. And all of the testers will be made sure that they will be able to see their journey through the data that we will be posting in the group. We'll be making a Telegram group for the testnet community, testers community, and the link for joining that group will be made live shortly. The testnet competition is expected to go live by mid-December most probably. So right now, as I'm recording this video of AMA, it's 7th December, so we are pretty soon close to deploying the testnet competition, and we'll be waiting for all of the testers to come and join this event in finding the issues, reporting those issues. There will be rewards for reporting as well. There will be rewards for completing these quests of testing different sequences and scenarios, and there will be rewards for writing content about your testing journey, writing the content about the protocol itself. So there will be different sections for all sorts of people who want to either technically test it or just want to talk about and write content about the protocol. So make sure you join that event as well. Apart from that, I want to talk about a little bit about the upcoming development. So as you know that in the development we have been pretty much busy building the coding architecture, which will be more scalable for the future features. And I'm very much excited about the later automation modes that we will be launching month by month, week by week, and we will be pushing a lot of new different features. So one of the most exciting features that I am hoping to build is the integration of external protocols through exit strategy. So consider a scenario in which you provide liquidity in an ETH pair, and then on an exit price the protocol automation automatically deposits your ether into the liquid staking derivatives, LSD protocols like Lido Finance or Rocket Pool. We are in talks with those protocols as well, and it will be a very fruitful journey for the LPs to convert their assets into an investment to another protocol after their liquidity sequence. So those modes or plugins will be called pro modes or advanced modes, and each and every LP will be able to create their own sequence either, or just use a pre-built strategy. Another pretty exciting thing that a lot of the investment centric product lack is the simulation environment on the real-time data. So ever happened is that when you want to provide your liquidity, or whenever you want to invest in some platform, you would feel a little more comfortable to see its results on the real-time data through a simulated platform, through a simulated environment. without actually investing your real money, or before actually investing your real money. So we are also building a simulation tool side by side, which will be a simulator of ALP protocol, giving you the experience of mainnet data, test the strategies more efficiently and test their mainnet performance. So you'll be able to, even if you want to provide liquidity of $10, you will have the access to the simulation tool, and before you do that, you will be able to get confidence upon about your strategy before you deploy it on mainnet. So that is something that is in our development cycle right now. The devs are working heavily on this aspect to give a fruitful experience, both from the user experience front end and as well as from the financial incentive side, as well as from the strategy that we surround ourselves. The principle that we want to build is to have a sustainable, capital efficient environment for the people to practice liquidity provision without the need to offset the losses through one size fits all mechanism that we usually see in the market. So this is like what our outlook of the current quarter looks like, as well as what is in the bag for the upcoming year of 2024. I'm pretty excited for this. The market looks pretty bullish for launching a protocol, and we are pretty much proud of building something which will hopefully solve the problem that a lot of LPs face in this market. So stay tuned for more updates. That is all from my side. Signing off, Mubashir. Thank you so much. Bye.